shake it, Tim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Wendy?
I am great, and welcome to If These Walls Could Talk. I'm Wendy Stewart,
and I'm Tym Moss.
All day. I like when you do that with your hands.
Jazz hands.
Jazz. It is. It's jazz hands, right?
Well, it's Tim's version of jazz hands.
Tim's version of jazz hands. So, my God, I just got to see you at the fabulous film and video festival for Jersey City Pride this week.
Yes, we got to hang out at that. That was wonderful.
It was so, I had no idea. There's so many incredible filmmakers, but what I want to call out right here, Jed Ryan and Clover Honey, who produced it, and curated the films. The films were all really different. There was something in it for everybody. And a shout out, of course, to Stephen Love Menendez, who had a film in the festival. Who's a dear friend, and Damon Byrne, who also, we know all these creative people. My God, we're blessed.
And you had a music video in it. I had a music video in it, and Mila Jam had a music video in it. It was a wonderful mixture of our community. It really was a great representation.
Happy, intense,
raw.
Your song, by the way, okay, Tim gave me an earworm. I love New York at Christmas. And over and over. 3 o'clock in the morning, I was woken by the doorbell ringing. I had a leak in my apartment. The doorman came up, and it was a good thing he woke me up, because not only because of the leak, but that song was like in my head, in my sleep, Tim. You've damaged me.
I had a couple people tell me that the song stuck in their head.
Yeah, it's great, but we'll all be singing it like at Christmas time. It's going to be so much fun.
That's
did I tell you this Sunday I went up to Hudson, New York to see David Kale, who I'm dying to get on this show, but I have seen him a bunch of times at Pangea. He's doing a solo work up there called Blue Cowboy. Well, most of his work is solo work. Amazing. I never say this word right. Monologuist.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Storyteller, performer, and it was beautiful. He was at the Ancram Playhouse, which is like, in the tippy edge of the Berkshires, and went to visit some friends in Hudson, New York. It was a nice getaway for the day, and it was still like all artsy and everything, just the way we like it.
I had an amazing experience last Friday evening. My dear friend Ratanya Alda, she's an actress. She played Carol Ann, the secretary of Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest.
I remember.
Kate Dunaway. She was the secretary, but she was also in like The Deer Hunter. She's been in so many incredible films. And she had been telling me for a couple of years about this film project that she's been working on. And I finally got to go to a screening of it, and it's called The Land of the Mustaches. And what it is her account of what happened in the early part of her life growing up in Latvia right after World War II.
Wow.
And her father got taken and sent to a gulag, and the encampments and just everything that she had to go through and he had went through. And it was such a powerful film, such an incredible film that I just messaged her again, and I said several days later, I'm still
thinking about it,
in envisioning these images and the stories that you told in that film. It was just that powerful.
And it's her history. How could we see this film?
Well, this was a screening. It was in a film festival.
Cool.
But as soon as I find out where it's going to be playing, I will let you know.
We can tell people, certainly tell people about it on here. First of all, the subject matter is completely interesting, and it's totally personalized, right?
Yeah, and I had no idea. But again, like she said, it was something she wanted to tell. She wanted to tell her story, and especially like for her son, so that her son understood where she came from and what she
which is like really, really important. If we don't get out there and share our history, it's going to be rewritten or go away. So,
and that's kind of the point of this show here, of our show. Is,
exactly. So, speaking of history, I had a funny thing happen last night. I got to read from my book at Beauty Bar because Pop Productions has Trauma Tuesday 2 times a month, and the film they were screening was Squeeze Play. For people that don't know or haven't read my book, I have a chapter dedicated to Trauma Productions in my book. Why, you may ask? Trauma Productions was the first company to hire me in New York. And in this film, Squeeze Play, I was a glorified extra in a wet t-shirt contest.
Yes.
And it was really a lot of fun. But there we were, and I got to read from the book. I loved the audience was like late 20s. These kids are, I made that film in 1979. And so, you know, the trauma is having, of course, a resurrection, and they're still making films, but now they have a whole new following. Again, we're back to the historical significance of film being able to tell our story, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And it was so cool just seeing myself in that film. And Clover said to me, our friend Clover, who helped produce the film festival, Clover said, Wendy, your hair, you're wearing it exactly the same as 1979. You know, everybody.
Recognize you by your hair.
That's right. I pride myself on never changing my hairdo. You know, all these people that give you these suggestions on how you could look better. No, I have one hairdo that works for me, and
I love it. I love it. Now,
so,
I had some personal things this week too. I spent an afternoon with our friend Lori Kaplan at her poolside, which was fun. I also went to Philadelphia. I made a trip down there to see our friend Nathan James.
Yeah.
He was so happy and so thrilled. We had a ball, and the poor guy, I wore him out. He was ready for a nap by the time we got him back. But yeah, that was really nice. And then on the way back, I stopped and spent the night at Icavelli and his mom, Rosemarie. And we had an absolute ball. It was just total laughter and
it's
food,
great.
Eating. She's Italian, you know, they're Italian. So it's eating and laughing and talking. And
I love his mom.
Gestures and
and Ike is hilarious being a comedian, you know, so the personal things are really important. People often forget that, but you had a good personal weekend. I want to point out, I first met Nathan James from you as an activist and all the things that he's done. And God bless him. We send him the best, most definitely. We send him the best. So our guest this week, I had actually met our guest at the Glamour Awards, and the reason I was attracted to them like a fly to a light was because they were absolutely stunning, and they were, of course, up for a Glam Award for the best song. Our guest is probably, like, I would say, the epitome of self-invention, a creative chameleon, a fierce musical force. And those are the best words I can use to describe them, although there's so many more, because there's the performances, there's the looks. And you know what? He's here to tell us all about it. Please welcome Benjy Bradshaw.
Yay, Benjy.
Look at you, all sparkle. Sparkle. You're just a screen.
How are you, gorgeous?
You're a tall drink of water, Benjy.
Yes, we gotta adjust our cameras.
Yes,
tops too.
You gotta get it all in there. Gotta get it all in there.
Yes.
Tim, what are you adjusting there?
No, I'm saying you got to get it all in there. That's
we got to get it all. So, first of all, welcome to the show. So happy to have you here in the flesh.
Yes.
We love when people come in person.
We love flesh.
We love flesh. We do. We do love flesh. I mean, you are, as a performer, prolific. You haven't been doing it all that long, and you're continuing to create. And it's the whole thing, right? It's the look, it's the music, it's the whole sensibility. What makes Benjy run?
Okay.
We're getting right to it.
We're getting right to it. I love it. Let me just first say I want to thank you both so much.
Oh, of course.
Your podcast, I know this has been nominated for Glam Award multiple times.
Yeah, right? It is always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But
no, I know the feeling, honeys. But just want to say thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's a complete honor. What makes me run? I want to say what I saw both of you talk about, which is like our stories and our passions. Like, I don't like taking days off. Like, I love working, and because work can be fun, right? Like,
absolutely.
So that just keeps me going. Is like I have so much. I feel like so much more to give,
right?
And it's like I need more hours to just keep letting it come.
Well, because there's not enough hours
for
you. No.
Never
right.
enough.
Because you have to keep creating.
Yeah.
There, it's both good and bad. I tell you, I'm completely driven.
Yeah.
Well,
So is Tim.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear Tim. He's taken time to like just visit with friends. I'm so guilt ridden, and you know this. I don't do that a lot. Even my trip up to Hudson, New York was to go. I had to roll David Cale into seeing him there. I don't, I never. Somebody said to me, "Do you ever like sit with a book or just sit with friends and hang out?" You know what? I'm confessing this. I don't. You're driven.
It's hard to just take off.
It's hard to take time off.
Yeah, but Benjy, you're a force that is.
Thank you.
You're allowing the universe to just run through you or work through you, and that's wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right. It's I've been really lucky and blessed that these like this came up, and I feel like if you are your authentic self and you come to the world as you, things will happen. Things come into your life, and you're like,
absolutely,
this door right here, it's opening for me. Let's just take a step in.
Right.
Like we don't stay for a long time. Maybe it's not the right door.
Right.
But why not? As long as it's safe and you're feeling like that it's okay.
But that involves trusting, right? Trusting your instincts, right? And sometimes, you have come upon that young, which is great.
Yeah.
I didn't come upon that until way later, but I came upon
it.
Completely works for me.
Yeah.
But
totally.
you hit on something extremely important is authenticity.
Yes.
Is finding your authentic self and living it. And that is, again, the driving force.
Yeah.
That way you're in the flow.
Right.
But as you will admit, it involves like letting go,
yes.
Often being in the moment, not knowing what the next thing is. And, I tell myself, I have this little saying, take a breath and just allow things to happen. But you know what, honey, you're already there. I guess my question is how are you so evolved?
Oh, I think experimenting with yourself. That sounds kind of funny.
No,
but like for example, with makeup, like I would about 10 years ago, I was curious. I was like, I want to put some makeup on. I don't even know how to use makeup. Went to CVS and I got like
you put cheap makeup.
Yes, everyone. Cheap makeup. I'm all for it.
Me too.
Yeah, save money as well. But put it on, and I'm like, oh, I like how it makes my eyes. So I started with eyeshadow, and I did like just browns, like cream and brown. And I started with that, and I'm like, oh, if I do this, I get a little dimension. If I go under the eye, I get my eyes kind of pop more.
Right.
So then I just keep evolving. And so I think the key is to just, if you're curious about something, especially creatively, just go for it.
Yeah.
It's not maybe it will be perfect at first, maybe it won't, but you're going to slowly evolve and see what works for you.
Yeah.
And then these things keep changing, and you keep exploring, and the next thing you know, you're like doing your makeup in 30 minutes out the door, and it's nothing.
Because most of the time it's like that. You can be in a dressing room at Stonewall trying to do your makeup, and we all
the closet that's about that big.
Right. Either the closet or the toilet that has no light. I'm in there with my phone on the flashlight on my phone trying to do my makeup. I have to say, since Benjy brought it up, your makeup is flawless. I looked at Benjy when he walked in the door. Am I using the right pronouns for you? Okay, because I read that in your bio.
What are your pronouns? Your pronouns?
He, him, his.
He, him, his.
Okay.
But when Benjy walked in the door, and I'm like, shit, we should do a makeup tutorial with you, because it is. You're like, I love got the black going on, beautifully blended under here.
Actually, I could use some pointers with that, because I don't wear makeup. But you hit on something again very important, and this shows your evolution, how evolved you are. Is that just try things if you have the desire to try something, but also understand, be ready to make mistakes. You don't know, and people, a lot of times they're afraid to try things because they're afraid to make mistakes. And you've got to get in, make some mistakes, stumble around, figure what works, what doesn't work, and go with it. That's how you learn.
And often not listen. I'll listen to a few other people that if I meet someone that I know knows way more than me and I trust them, I would listen to them. But the amount of people that give you this advice, it's so like fakakta. It's got nothing to do with you. I'm sure you've encountered it.
One of the problems with advice is people are giving it to you based upon their experience.
Thank you, Tim.
Your experience. And you have to find from your experience what works.
Right.
Yep.
And Tim is wise. That's right. It's from their perception, and it often has nothing to do with you. But see, I grew up, the whole world can't be wrong, and you're right. My mother used to say to me, it took me a long time to realize I was right and they were wrong.
Right,
I'm sure you experienced some of that. You grew up in California.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you grew up where? Oakland, was it?
Oakland, yeah, I was born in Oakland, and then the Bay Area. East Bay,
nice.
For those familiar with the area. Yeah, I mean, it's like everything that I am now, I don't think I could have done if I didn't take a risk.
Right.
And
right.
And a lot of and here's the funny thing that I think you both relate to is that the more you do the things you want to do, you continue to get feedback, but the feedback, you can look at it differently because you have this experience of like, oh, wait, I know what there's, like you said, from their perspective, they think this, and I'm going to let them think that.
Right.
But that's not for me.
That's right. The ability to say that.
The ability. And some things you take, some things you don't, some things you think of as like, okay, that's good to think about. Can I realistically do this? Maybe not. But that comes with time, because like when I was in Oakland, in California, if you told me don't do this, I probably would have believed you for a while. I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But then now that I've done it, I'm like, oh, I see I'm not going to take that, but I appreciate the advice.
But I appreciate it. You can always be nice about it.
Yeah.
So growing up in Oakland, you went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
Don't you love it? All the
Catholic boy.
the Catholic boys that have been on this show.
Were you an altar boy?
Altar boy. You know what? I was not an altar boy because I wasn't baptized. Here's the funny thing. I went to Catholic school, was not baptized.
Wow.
My mom wanted us to have the choice to choose Catholic church or not, which I really appreciated.
Wow. I agree.
So I was the one non-Catholic at a Catholic school, but my mom was Catholic. So eventually I did become baptized because everyone was doing it, you know.
Right.
So
it's trending. Baptism is trending.
Yeah. For me to be confirmed,
it's the end thing.
Exactly. It's so in. So when everyone was getting confirmed, I was like, okay, I need to get baptized first and then confirmed so I could get all my cool friends. So then I got baptized at like freshman year of high school.
Wow.
But to your point, growing up in the school, I mean, like we had uniforms.
Yeah.
We still learned about God and, we didn't read the Bible. It was kind of a liberal school, like out of all the fairness.
Okay. A liberal parochial school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A liberal parochial
school.
Yeah. Did you know you were gay then?
So here's another fun story is my first memory that I was different was kindergarten at this Catholic school. And I don't think I've ever shared this really publicly is it was show and tell. And everyone's
what did you show? What did you show?
I showed this and I showed this. No, but
the crowd went wild.
Sorry. But I brought Rainbow Bright. I don't know.
Oh my God! Of course, I love it.
Rainbow Bright.
Oh.
Yes. I had a Rainbow Bright.
You had a Rainbow Bright.
And I remember one of the boys said, "That's a girl's toy." And that was my first memory of like, why do I feel weird right now? Why is
it being attacked?
Why am I being attacked for a toy that I love?
Right.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I was like, okay, this is going to be an interesting life because and I'll never forget that.
Right.
And it's like kindergarten.
And you knew that you were just not in the vein of everyone else.
And I knew then that there's something different about me.
Right.
And I knew that whatever was different, for some reason, society had a problem.
Wow. You got that early on.
Wow.
Yep. I knew.
Yeah, because I kind of experienced a similar thing, but what I did was I went almost in the opposite direction. I tried to push down my true feelings and observe everybody else and try to do what everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
So that you would fit.
Basically.
So that you would fit, Tim.
Yeah, I tried that, but after a while it was just like, oh, fuck this.
Right.
And honestly, for me, early on in the game, third grade, both of my best friends were lesbians, and we didn't even define it at that. We had the tomboy club. Now I'm just like a really feminine cisgender girl, but the type of people I was attracted to that were my friends, my junior high boyfriend, Steven, who gave me his ID bracelet. He was so gay. At that point, I had no idea. But like people ask me, how did you, even recently, someone we met at the film festival was like, how did you get involved in this community? Is it because you're creative? I'm like, no, I was there from third grade. The people that I was attracted to they all turned out to be gay.
So Benjy, and when you were told in kindergarten from one of the other boys that the toy you liked was a girl or was a girl's toy. Did that, did you kind of shift to try to please them, or was that kind of a driving force of acceptance that you are not like others?
You know what? It was almost like I wasn't going to change who I was.
Right.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't, because I ended up buying more dolls. You know, I had Barbies. I had like different movies when they had like a Barbie from the movie.
Okay, and let's give right now, pay credit to mom and dad for.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Let's give them a shout out.
And I love that you could tell that's where this is going. Because if I didn't have a supportive family, I would have never had the toy.
Right.
And I would have never had the red ruby slippers my mom bought me. That she had for me.
Wow.
Okay, I love you. I love your mom.
Yeah, we love her. She's Sparkle, by the way. She wears sparkles. She's like huge. Yeah.
We love your mother. Hello, shout out.
And my dad as well. Like my dad is like total, like just chill. Like he's also an artist and musician.
Oh, nice.
I get it.
Aren't you lucky to have come? And I think this is why you are so successul as a performer.
And so evolved.
That.
Right. And so evolved. Yeah.
Thank you. I was blessed, and
they nurtured that.
They nurtured that. You know, and I think after when I came out later to my mom, she shared that she just didn't want me to be hurt. She was like, I want to protect you.
Right. You love your kid.
Like, so that was the only thing. Otherwise, she's like, we always knew you were gay. We always knew that you were different. Like, that's not a problem, but we just want to make sure you're okay and that no one's going to hurt you.
God, don't we wish all parents could be like this? You know, when I hear these stories, they're
because the world can be rough. I get it. You know, the parents, they want the best for their child and they want to protect their children, but when they're out, send them to school, and knowing that you're different, it kind of makes you a target. So did you feel like a target at times?
You know what? I was lucky with the school. It was, somewhat liberal. So like I actually was never, besides that incident, for the most part, not bullied.
Wow, that's
lucky.
Great.
Yeah, very lucky. And I think, just, I don't know if it was, and also the Bay Area, I think is.
Yeah, it's cooler.
That's right. True.
So thank goodness. But yeah, luckily I don't remember any other incidents in that regard. The only other thing I think was in college when I had someone kick me out of their frat party because they're like, oh, you're looking at, like they told me a mutual friend that they thought I was trying to hit on him. And I'm like, I'm not, I don't even know you.
Was it a straight person?
Straight, well, he says he's straight.
Oh, yeah. Don't they all?
Yeah, okay.
Repressed.
Okay. So he's like, get out of my party. You're gay. I'm like, hey, I know you were looking at me, honey. I saw it.
Yeah, right. But you called him out. It's like, oh, you have to leave.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you were in college, you were studying, were you performing? You kind of took like a little hiatus.
Yep.
You went to Tisch, right?
Yes. So I went to grad school and that's actually my ticket
grad
to New York
school,
for grad school. So for college undergrad, I did graphic in San Francisco, University of San Francisco. I did graphic design. Yeah. And,
so you were like in the city and nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. And again, San Francisco, also an awesome place.
Yeah, you grew up in a very supportive place. And you were in the arts.
Yeah.
And dad's an artist.
Dad's an artist.
Like, it was all good.
It all was good. I think that's where this kind of thing about you again, like us and what our drive is, comes to play. Because even if you have the most supportive people behind you or not, it's up to you to what am I going to make with this life?
Right.
Because you could be given also this, money. If some people grow up with money, I didn't have that, but if you have that, that's great. But still, what are you going to do with this money or this opportunity?
Right.
So, so for me, I was doing graphic design, which I still do. A lot of my posters and flyers I do myself, and my photo editing. So it did help. Yeah. So all my stuff I do is still from my degree, but I had done music in high school. Like just my dad bought me a guitar, but I just kind of stopped. Like you said, hiatus. I didn't think it was realistic that I could be a musician or an artist. I thought it was just.
But you had no formal training either.
Yeah.
You learned on the keyboard. What's it called again?
The keyboard synthesizer.
The synthesizer.
Yeah.
That is so incredible to me.
Yeah.
And you were self-taught?
Another self-taught, incredible person.
Yeah. I just, again, I was curious. I wanted to make music. And so I'm like, I feel like that's the easiest, honestly, was the keyboard. And I also was driven to that. So that's how I started making just the lines. But, I think so San Francisco, it wasn't until, really quick, kind of how I got into music, because I know it's kind of confusing, is so I had a study abroad in London, England. And as we all know, London, have you both been?
And
of course.
What were you studying in London?
So London, I went for 1 year, and it was design as well. So it was like graphic design, a 1 year stay there.
I was just in London a few months ago. I love
it.
Really?
So yeah.
Isn't it like so inspiring?
It is. It truly is.
Tim was just there. We got pictures of him at Stonehenge.
Oh wow!
Yes.
We was dancing right at Stonehenge. But the school you went to Central St. Martin's.
Yes.
That is Stella McCartney went there.
Yep,
it's
wow.
like, and I think some of the big designers have gone there. That's like Zach. Isaac Mizrahi.
Yeah, Isaac Mizrahi.
Yes,
Oh,
Isaac Mizrahi.
Alexander McQueen.
Yeah, you got to be really talented to get. I was so impressed.
Yeah, it was amazing. And so, and I think a lot of my life has been like I was able to get in through the side door. Like even New York, I always wanted to move to New York, and this is actually I could get into that whole thing later. But basically, I feel like in a past life I lived here. Okay.
Could very well be.
Okay, it could have happened. So anyway, so I always was drawn to New York, even as a kid. But I didn't have a ticket here, right? Like my aunt, I love her. She lives in the Lower East Side, right around here. So there's that. But how do you live in New York? Yeah. So when we went to London, I met one of the tutors there for design taught at NYU at the Tisch program. Yes. Okay. And she was like, Benjy, you're so creative. You should go to this program to go further into this design.
Nice.
So she wrote my recommendation, and that's how I ended up at NYU because of this person in London So it's like my life is just kind of these one after another, these really amazing people.
No, question. Even when you got accepted at San Francisco, and then you got accepted at London, and then you got accepted in New York City, like what was that feeling like when you heard, yes, I get to go?
Oh my God. It's like a dream come true.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, it was like a dream come true. Each one. And London we kind of fought for because they didn't have a program at Central St. Martin's yet. And
it's amazing.
Yeah. So and my mom, of course, and my mom, being amazing, she was the one that was like, no, Benjy, part of your agreement with this university, with the tuition, they said that they had programs in London. So why can't they offer a London design program?
Your mom was the catalyst. We love mom.
Yeah, mom, Debbie.
Mom, you got it going on.
Yes.
Yep. So she complained to the university, and then they found
they made a program.
Yeah, they made a program.
Debbie, go.
Yes.
We should have Debbie on the show with us.
Yeah. Love it. She sparkles and everything. But so that's how I get to London. But yeah, every time was like a joy. But New York, I have to say, was the biggest.
Was the biggest joy.
Life dream.
At any point, and I have to ask this, did you feel not worthy of these things, these gifts that were happening for you?
I've been lucky, I think probably for my parents, that I've always felt like I deserve. Like that I don't have to. I do have an imposter syndrome sometimes with when we all do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think I always felt like if these things are happening to me for a reason,
right,
and it's not a mistake.
Right. And it's okay, and I can take the joy out of them.
Yeah, just embrace it and don't, but also not to be don't push it in someone's face because of you made this and they didn't or whatever.
You don't need to.
You don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need
just for you to enjoy. Yeah. You don't need to be shouting it out. It's just this is amazing. I'm so happy and with it. It's. But it was great.
But every door seemed to open, which is really great. And then here you are. You're in New York.
God. Yeah, in New York, and I think I don't know if it's I don't know if I believe in destiny or whatnot, but I just think if you have a vision for yourself.
Yes.
You're going to make it happen somehow.
Absolutely. And also there's a comfortability to it. Yeah. Like if you are comfortable somewhere or that's your destiny. Yeah. In my opinion, what I mean? That's where you fit.
Right. If it feels like this is home,
Right.
Grew up here,
exactly. Right, and there is a saying, if it feels right, it is right.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to learn that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've gone in the past things that were wrong. They felt wrong.
Wow.
Right. But I'm like, oh my God, if I don't accept this role, what's wrong with me? And this past year, and I told the story last night at Beauty Bar, I turned down something. I had gone to a couple of rehearsals and I'm like, I don't, it's well written. It's not me. And I don't want to do it. And that was the first time in decades to be able to do that. And it's funny how many things have fallen in my lap since then. I will tell you that. So it's hard though.
It's identifying what you want and what you will accept and what you won't accept. And that's what you're doing, Benjy, is you're identifying, you're kind of like laser beaming in on who you are and what you want and what you don't want and doing it. And I'm thrilled for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we both are. You're a solo performer. I looked at all your stuff. You're a solo performer. That in itself, how is that for you?
I mean, I love it. I mean, it gets lonely at times. Sometimes I want a band.
You're really a one-man band.
Yeah. And for me, honestly, the bottom line about that is just because I think it's easier for me. Because I don't want to say I'm a control freak, but I can be like, I have a vision and so one thing I have room to grow in is like how to work with people to make your vision.
Collaborations. Yeah.
So, because I think there's times where I'm like, with a lot of my shows, like I have a short timeline. So it's like, how do I put a show together quick and then make sure everyone that's part of it feels like they're part of it and not being told what to do. And so I have issues with that. If I'm coming in like, you got to do this and you have like a week to prepare and rehearse. So I'm not the place where I think I need to grow like kind of a team of people that are like part of that house.
You are smart. Yeah. It's your house.
Like the house.
Yeah.
That could be
like the House of Benjy.
The House of Benjy, exactly.
House of Benjy.
Love it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But performing solo, it's just for me, it works because I have my schedule. I know when I need to rehearse. It's just on me. So if I don't do it, it's my fault, no one else's. So yeah, but there's, like I said, room for growth. And also I would love to work with the band to have like live instruments. So that's a future goal.
But that may be another incarnation of you.
Sure.
Now, go ahead, Tim.
I was just going to say now, a label that you are given, I truly get the label that you have been given, because I have run into you, like I'll go to do a show somewhere and this cute guy comes walking up to me and goes, "Hi, Tim, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hi, who are you?" And you're like, "Benjy." I was like, "Oh my God, oh, Benjy, oh my God." And then I'll see you at the Glam Awards and you come up and, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "Who is this cute guy? What's your name?" "I'm Benjy." "Oh my God, yeah," because you change like a chameleon.
There you go. First one to say it.
But you are known as a creative chameleon, which I can attest to. Yes. And my apologies for not recognizing, but you just, one day you'll have blue hair, the next day you'll have green, and the next time I see you, you'll have full long hair. And like, I love that. But
and look at what you're doing to Tim. He's actually voguing while he's describing you. You have inspired him to vogue here today. But yes, I totally get it. And I have to say, you were one of the friendlier people at the Glam Awards.
Oh, most definitely.
We have a ton of friends there, but of the newer performers, a lot of times the newer performers, they're scared. There's a whole thing with attitude and clickiness and
their priorities are off.
Right. Right. And you look at you and you expect to have that because like you walked in here. The first thing I said to you, who's booking you for Fashion Week? You need to be on a runway. Because I want everyone living their best potential. But it's
now we have a video that I would love to get to. So let's show a music video of you at Stonewall.
Love is love at Stonewall.
Yes.
Love is love at Stonewall.
So ladies and gentlemen,
love is love. What can you see? True love is made for you and me. Love is love. What can you see? 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 Take me night. support me. What is this? Wow. Thank you, everybody. I love y'all. Benjy Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes.
That was like so incredible.
thank you. That was so fun to rewatch. I missed. That was a
Oh my God. And that was so brilliant. It wasn't just having the people with the letters, and that really just how you engage the audience, and they loved every second of that. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
And you know, Tim, I said to Benjy, who edited this? Benjy did, because part of what works on that video is it's a really great video shot at a club by a bunch of friends. There was no professional videographer. Can you imagine being able to put something like that? You done good.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wow. You do love editing.
I love editing.
Wow.
Like I love the.
Oh, honey, you can have it. You can have the editing. No, that nuh-uh. I wish I had that patience.
Yeah, it's not only the patience. Your brain has to work a certain way so that my brain. I don't remember.
But and that is an art form all itself, is the editing, because that tells the story, that really lays it out properly. Yeah.
No, and that's for me. It's like I love, and that's probably why I'm also a solo performer. Is that I love from the ground up, like every aspect that I can be involved in that. I just love to be part of that process, and like even with that performance, like everything that you saw, like the letters to like I didn't make that costume. I do make some of my costumes, but that one I found at a thrift store.
Of course you did.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and so I took the time to say, okay, we have this look, and then I did the makeup. So I'm like, let me do a little purple eye, you know, and then how am I going to engage the audience? So like every aspect I love to be part of. You
are a creative entity.
Yes, absolutely. I love that.
Your music, so I listen to your music. I hear dance. I hear a little bit of pop. I hear new wave for sure, and I hear house. How did you become such a conglomeration of genres?
Yeah, I think that just goes again my upbringing, like my household. We had Motown. My mom loves Motown.
Oh, nice.
My dad actually loved alternative music and like rock and roll.
We have the coolest family. I want them to adopt me. You can adopt him also.
Yeah. No,
I'm going to live there.
No, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Another thing that you both, I think, will love. Well, we loved musicals. So, like, I had like the Vita soundtrack and Phantom of the Opera.
I grew up with all of that,
like nonstop. And I think that all of that influences my artistry, like theater and how like the staging and like that side of things.
Right.
But also like with Motown, you have like the more like the hooks of like these songs that are really catchy and that are like uplifting, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then you have like the alternative where it's like, I don't know what's going on here, but it's different.
But it's good and it appeals to me.
Yeah,
but you're able to work it into your music. I listen to your music and there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you know. And it really quite incredible.
But the thing is you bring it all together to create Benjy.
Right.
Like to create your own unique style and sound. I love that.
Thank you. And and some of it, and I think you both, because I know you sing as well, right?
No, I struggle.
Okay, well, you both
but have a good time
on stage, And so, like, I think and I think part of it is also like what, let's say, gifts you are given. So, like for me, my voice is kind of lower. I'm not like a really big soulful singer. I mean, people do sometimes they can do that, but it's like using what gift and instrument I have. I just feel like new wave. And like I've always been influenced by that kind of vocal sound. So I'm like, don't try to change who you are. Like if you have
go with who you are, right?
Whatever thing, like so I kind of try to play into that. And I always do love like synth pop and those kind of vocals. I love the sounds and like the darkness of that kind of sound. I enjoy
the darkness of it.
Well, you just gave me an idea, which we'll talk about after the show.
Ooh, Tim is percolating with ideas. That much I have to tell you. Your first song you wrote right after graduating from NYU.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
Oh my God. I mean, so Online Boy song. And that was the most important thing I ever did, was to tell myself, there was something in my ear saying, you need to make music. Like you need to tell your story. and I didn't know if it made sense. I didn't know, even though my parents are super supportive, like to say, oh, I just finished grad school, now I want to be an artist. Like,
Right.
there is that element of like my parents like, we spent too much money, like you did all this, like what are you doing? So it was like a risk to say, I'm going to make music now.
Yeah, right.
Music, but I'm going to tell a story about my life.
Absolutely. That's what you can use it for.
We can use it for, And so the first song, Online Boy, I remember that I was just getting upset because I'm like online dating and I'm not either I'm getting like hookups, which I'm not really into, or I'm getting like pictures of things that
There's a lot of those pictures that go around. I've heard
pictures. So it was just like this disappointment, and I'm like, I don't know what to do except for make music or make something out of this.
Right. Well, you take your feelings and then you turn it into.
Well, that's what music is observation of life and how it makes you feel and talking about it in a way. That's what a lot of art is. Yeah.
I'm curious, because of your age, what was not working for you about the online thing? What were you looking for and not getting?
I think I'm actually very shy. I mean, maybe this is, I don't know if it comes off or not, but I'm a little bit shy in that department.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can go on stage, half naked, perform for strangers.
Right.
Yep.
But when I'm coming to love, it's like,
personal.
Yeah, personal. Like, oh, I'm shy, and
romantic.
I'm a little bit romantic, and want these things. And I'm like, with the online, it's like almost like an application. It's like, here's your picture. Mm-hmm. What are you into?
Yeah.
Here's
a picture. Here's my penis. Right. What are you into?
What are you into? And I just feel like that was just almost superficial, And so
almost. Okay. It's. Okay. I've never done this straight online dating, but from the gay online dating, from what people tell me, and Tim can probably back me up on this, it really horrifies me. Like the first thing, someone's sending you a picture of their dick. What the heck is that? I mean,
there's a kind of a joke that I've kind of done myself was like, what do lesbians do on their second date? Move in.
Yeah.
What do gay men do on their second date? Exchange names.
Right. Well, but that's
pretty much it.
It's a sad truth in a lot of ways.
It is, because they go the other way. They go to the intimacy, which they think is validation of their self and whatever. Right. And then they get to know the person. And I like you, want to go the other way. I want someone who wants to get to know me and before we get intimate. Well, I mean, it depends. Sometimes I'm just like,
sometimes you can't all that.
And that's kind of where, especially at that time, I was like in that place of like not sure. So like, there were times where I did go on these dates or whatever, just because my first real chances to meet men. And so you're going to make mistakes. You're going to meet the wrong men.
Were the men you were meeting, were they, I have to ask this, intimidated by you?
You know what?
I mean, look at you.
Oh my God. Amazing. Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. And this is why my music, I just so sad. And that, by the way, that song's not out yet. I want to release it still.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm so excited for that. But here's the thing. I wasn't this then. Like I grew.
Right.
Love it. You evolved.
I evolved.
Yeah.
So at that time, I wasn't blonde yet. I didn't have the makeup. Like I was still like brunette. Like,
wow.
I was actually a different person in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. But even then, and this is something really funny that happened recently, is that I kind of didn't do the makeup and didn't do the glam. And I thought they'll never know that I am this person. Like they're going to think I'm a regular person. Every time someone's like, you give me like, you're just so gorgeous. You're giving me this energy of like,
wow.
Like I don't know your gender. And I'm like, this is me with no makeup. Like what can I ever escape this? And
because it's your energy. Yeah. Your aura is like you.
So that's, that I tried everything, but at that time I was definitely still my like more of a boy, kind of learning to become whatever else I became or am becoming. And so, but I do feel like people nowadays, especially, are a little bit intimidated. So I've been told to like, I have to like forcefully smile and like wink to get like, otherwise.
Because otherwise
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still learning. I'm single, so
Benjy's single. You hear that? Hot ticket right here.
But it's that's something else, another department I have to grow.
But that's almost like a full-time job.
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah.
Trying to find, because again, like you said, it's like it's not only your application, but you're going through all the applications of everybody else trying to fit. No, not that. No.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, maybe like, no. And
yeah, no, it's a full-time job, and it's like I'm trying to do it on the side, but it's like with all the stuff we're doing.
You got
right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And
have you? I've had guys that because you like me were very busy. Yeah. And our focus goes to different places. So I'll try to like, oh yeah, like, hi, how are you? Blah, 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 talk. And then I get busy with something. And about 2 hours later, I'll go back to check. Well, they blocked me because I didn't get back like this.
Yes.
Do you get those?
Yes, last night that was me.
That would make me completely crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like it really is like a job application where it's like you follow up right away. If you don't, you're going to be like bumped off.
But that's their problem because of their insecurities.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. And if they go with you, Tim, or you, Benjy, they have to know who they're dealing with.
Absolutely.
I recently met someone that said, like, you'd be so cool to go out with, but do you have time to date? And I had to look at them and I'm like, I don't have any time to date. Maybe if we work on a project, my husband passed away, but I met him working on a project. Wow. I'm a work on a project kind of girl. If we're working on a project and something happens, that's fine. There's no time for this other stuff. It's non-productive, and you'll get that, and you'll get that. It's so non-productive.
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh my God.
But you keep focusing on your own authenticity, and believe me, that will attract the right man.
Yeah.
Or person for you.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
So, I know you have a new song coming out.
Yes.
Whoa, let's talk about that.
I'm so excited.
Very soon.
Very soon, end of August 29th. It's out now for promo on TrackSource, which is like a house and dance music platform.
Okay,
so people could get a copy.
Yeah, I saw when I looked at your stuff. Don't you have stuff on Beatport too?
And Beatport, yes.
Beatport was my first thing that I subscribed to. Yeah, because they were the first people to have EDM.
Yes.
I'm a big EDM.
Cool.
I know. People are surprised to know that, but I love Beatport. Yeah, I love that you were on there.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm impressed. Benjy's on Beatport.
Beatport, come on over.
Wow.
Yes, and this new song is exciting because I don't really do covers or like re-releases often. Like I try to do original content only. But the producer, Tommy Davis and Casper, who are based out of Baltimore, so they're legendary Baltimore house music DJs and producers. He was like, you need to do this song called Blood and Honey, which, have you heard of Amanda Lear?
Of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Amanda Lear sung the original back in 1970. I don't know the exact year. I have to look it up, but I think it's from the 70s, the original disco track.
Right. And I'm making a note that I'm going to go look. I'm going to Google it after we leave.
Check it out. Yeah. It's what I had maybe heard it once or twice. So what's fun about this track is it's a deep cut kind of underground disco track that is really like, you know what I mean? Like some of those tracks that get lost over time, and you're like, let this get lost. It's like,
because it's so fabulous.
It's so fabulous.
Right.
And there's actually a music video or a video of her performing it live on some TV show. And it's like so dark, and she actually, that's why I'm wearing black sequins. She had like a black sequins, gorgeous.
I love it.
Which is fabulous, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You look fabulous.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I thought you were wearing black sequins because you were going to ask me if I wanted your outfit after you left yours. No, I'm just joking. I have been known to take when drag queens get off of the stage, come over to them with like $50 and like, I really need to have your dress. And they're like, I do. Because it saves me having to go look for stuff in thrift stores or order it online. Or I know I'm pretty nuts. And then I just wash it when I get home, but I digress. Okay, now we're back to you and your sequins. And
so in the video, she has this gorgeous sequence, like kind of halter top thing. But anyway, the track is a new kind of rendition of it. So it's
nice
lyrics, but it's like more danceable, more like modern.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's hot. It's really hot.
I really can't wait to hear it.
It's a lot of fun, and and again, the producers are legendary. So it's with the label Quantize Recordings. It's on their summer sampler.
Wow.
So it's a bunch of different songs on this huge compilation right now. So hopefully we'll re-release it in the fall as a single and have like a video and stuff for it. But right now it's just a song. But I highly recommend it. It's really fun. Shout out Amanda Lear.
Yeah, and I'm gonna Google the Amanda Lear one because I probably know it. I probably danced to it. What did you say? It was late 70s. Yeah, it was a Studio
54.
I've heard about this. I have so many questions on that, but we could. That's another day. Because here's the. Can I share my other?
Yes,
secret?
please.
Okay,
we want to know all secrets.
I want to say the tea. So this is again. I don't know if this is real. I believe my reason of coming to New York was that I went to Studio 54. I think I died in my past life.
Wow.
I think it was drug-related death. I don't know 100%. I haven't sourced that part. But I died in my mid-20s. It was like a young death.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't get to do your thing.
Do the thing. So this life, I was born wanting
and
to
so that's why you're drawn back to New York City and the
right.
music and the dance music and absolutely, I can totally see that.
And like the dressing up. And then I remember, and I don't want to sound like, I just don't want to sound crazy here, but I went by the Studio 54, like where the original is, and I feel
you feel something.
Yep.
So I just, whenever I meet someone that was there or like somehow there, related,
Studio 54 was the
you feel familiar to me.
Yeah.
You're very familiar. Yes.
Oh,
and that's why I'm glad you're going down this rabbit hole.
Oh.
You feel familiar. And through our whole time talking, I'm trying to think who you remind me of that I knew that's not here anymore.
Wow.
Can you say what year you were born?
In the 80s.
You were born in the 80s.
Yeah.
You were, okay, I would peg it late 80s.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of people during that time period. Yeah, AIDS was raging in New York then, right? So I did have that experience with you. We need someone that's like a past life advisor for this show, Tim. We experience this, but yeah, I'm glad you brought it up because there's definitely that. And when I asked you that question about what influenced your music, I was really going there because I was pulling out what was around that time. It is interesting, very, very interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah.
Right. We can both see it.
And again, how you always had a desire to be in New York, like this was the ultimate goal, and you could feel it. Something was pulling you here. And
Well, Tim, you too. It's the same for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The people we meet people and they're supposed to be. I was born here, but I can't be anywhere else. I can't. I'm always thinking of where else could I go and live. California, yes, if I'm offered a role, a 6-week role, not a relocation. I'm not relocating like Sherry Vine. I went to her goodbye party. I'm like, how can she do that? She's thriving out there. I love Sherry, but I could not do that. This is, I think, for all of us. I speak for all of us. New York is our home.
Yep.
So Benjy, what do you have coming up?
Yeah. So just the song, and I have some things I can't announce yet, but let's just put it this way: it's a new creative venture.
Yes.
It's something I've never done.
Oh, I love that.
But I don't want to announce it because I'm still working out.
Yeah,
no, that's fine. But I love that.
Yeah,
I love that you're trying something new. That you're
I'm sure.
And this
is in a new place.
Yes, and let me say it like this: this is giving me more like stress than performing. It's it's that level of like I'm taking a risk here, and it's scary.
Right. It's scary to take a risk, but you also take a breath. Take a breath. That's it.
Yep. And the thing is there's so much to life that so many people box themselves into like little areas. Right. And you're trying this and try that and keep that. You're living a full life, a full expanded life. Yeah. So keep going, keep doing it. You got my full support on that.
And you don't let anything stop you. I want you to show your rings on camera, please.
Okay.
Yes. Hold them up. Yeah, these are beautiful.
So we have
gorgeous.
I love to add rings to every look. I don't always do my nails, so I feel like the rings are like the counterpart.
I know, I'm learning because I can never get my nails done. I'm thinking, maybe if you put rings.
A lot of these are from the Flea. Everything I have is mostly used, but the Flea, the one at South Street Seaport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They have like usually a person has like thousands of rings.
This is beautiful.
So
Look
this one's the heart. This one actually, I think, I don't know. I was like, this one is someone I met at a club that was selling jewelry at the club. Wow. So that's, you never know what
nice.
Club. And I love these kinds of FYI. If your fingers, like, you don't know the right size, these are like.
Yeah, I just got one of those.
Really?
Rose gave me one, a butterfly. It's beautiful. Yeah. She gave me one. So it's like, It adjusts,
It
to your
adjusts the
finger. Look
different.
at that.
Nice, nice.
I am instantly
Uh-oh.
elegant.
Benjy, you just lost a ring.
Oh no, I know. You know what? We'll trade. No,
Tim, I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
this is like one of these when they steal from the Met Gala, they're like, okay, I'm gonna just keep this.
I'm just
and
gonna
no one
have
will
this
know.
for myself.
No, this one this is a family friend.
Gave that to
But
you.
yeah. Shout out Gwyneth. But yeah, get your rings. These are always just spice up any look.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love you that you did the rings. And if you can't get a manicure, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
My
it's hand decoration.
Hand decoration.
Yeah. Yes.
And shout out to Ishmael. He made this for me. It's
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
And it has a little arrowhead.
Yeah, I
and
see.
Blue, so
Well, there's a Native American thing.
Yep.
You know?
And he didn't know that was Native American.
I was going to say, yeah, you have such a combination. There's Native American, English, Portuguese, Irish.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's another reason, honestly, that I take on this chameleon role. In addition to my sexuality, is I never felt like I was just one thing.
Right.
Because I had, for example, as someone that has both, let's say, white and then non-white, whatever you want to call it, background, there's I grew up with this interesting feeling of partly like a contradiction of people taking land from the person that I am. If that makes sense. And then that's one
exactly
aspect.
What happened.
Yeah, there's that, and there's also this feeling of never being enough, because as a native, I looked very white presenting. So when I went to powwow or traditional things, I always felt like I shouldn't be here because I'm not enough native of that thing.
Right.
But you're not enough of anything because you're uniquely you.
But you're also just a citizen of the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
And honestly, the right people understand that, and they're not judging. They're like, look, you're welcome here. You're welcome anywhere.
Right.
And those are the kind of people we want. Is the ones
that
absolutely not, enough. You're not this or that. It's like, no, you want to be here. You're welcome.
You're welcome. There's a seat for you at the table.
Yep.
Always go where you're welcome.
Yep.
How aware are you of the two-spirit?
I am aware, not too much, but I am aware of it, and I think that's
something you should look into
Yeah.
more regarding your creativity and who you are, because it's very strong in you.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, it's totally, that's something, and I've heard that a few times with people. They're like, you really, because I am still exploring that side of my.
Did anyone tell you who your spirit animal is?
Yes.
Can you share that with us?
Yeah, so I was told when I was in Yosemite, so my family ancestry is from the Yosemite Valley in California, which is stunning if anyone hasn't been to the national park.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But yes, they told me I was fox.
Wow.
Like fox energy.
Fox energy.
Yes, I could see that.
And they were like, again, they met me when I was a different form of myself. This is like grammar school, but they were like, you're giving me this kind of sly, because fox, I guess, can kind of cunning, and they transition. Right.
But also gorgeous.
Oh.
And beautiful at the same time. What tribe is
Miwok and Paiute? So it's two different coastal tribes in California.
Amazing.
And my family, they did things like acorns, a lot of stuff with acorns, acorn meals, but also making beautiful baskets.
I love this.
Yeah. So I think it's also part of me as a creator of this feeling of wanting to make, and this DIY, just take what you could find from the earth and the world,
and work with it, because Mother Nature has given it to us.
Exactly. To take what there is in the universe and put it out there, just like you're doing with your art, with your music, with design, with everything.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah. And I didn't, honestly, that I never thought of that till we just talked about it just now, about the nature, taking from and giving back.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing, basically.
You are. Exactly.
Oh
no, that's what we try.
Being a good Native American.
Yeah. That's right. You're sharing it with our audience. That's what Tim and I do. It's not an intentional thing, but from these conversations where we go with them, we go that special thing. We want your special thing, right? I love this.
Wow, this is having a whole moment here.
Yeah, I am. I'm having a moment. Now I'm just seeing all these acorns too. No, I'm going to bring acorns are beautiful. Yeah. They're a beautiful
I agree.
Of nature.
Yeah, of nature. And you can do so much with them.
And and they have an impact on your life. My God.
Yeah.
And once again, I thank your parents for.
Really.
I just adore them for bringing you up right. I wish everybody brought them up like your parents did.
Such incredibly great people. We've got comments, Tim.
Yes, we do.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let me see what we've got. Okay, hold on. Susie Genero, our dear friend, she's a designer a fashion designer from Massachusetts, says, hello, dolls.
Hello, Dollback. She's a wonderful designer.
Cecily.
Yes, a chameleon. We love Cecily.
She says, oh, Tim, your hair looks fabulous. Thank you, darling.
Yes.
Our dear friend, Rose Trentman. Now, Rose was the first boxing commissioner for women's boxing. In America.
Oh, you would love her. She's so fabulous.
Hello and good afternoon on this cloudy Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And today is National Latinas Day. So I can't see that.
You do better than me. I'm not even seeing
the Latinas. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And welcome, Benjy.
Thank you.
Oh, Rose gave a good one. Fox is a clever animal that knows how to solve situations.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
you.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Foxes are survivalists. Yes.
Yep.
Cecily, yes, the darkened Stonewall bathroom.
Yes.
We know that well.
Yep.
My God, maybe like even put the glue on lights on the wall, like just even for the performers in there so you can see what you're doing. How funny.
And Cecily also says, yes, a chameleon.
And Sue said, hello, beautiful.
Oh, that chameleon.
I like the way they're popping up at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
That's much easier.
That's Cameron. Cameron is doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. We love Cameron.
Thank you.
Yes. And great show, says Suze. So now everybody out there, you can find out more about Benjy at benjybradshaw.com. Now, Benjy is Benjy.
Right.
Or you can go to Benjy Bradshaw on Instagram.
That's
Thank you
it, right?
So much. Yeah. Thank you for shouting that out. Thank you.
Definitely keep your eyes peeled
Yes.
for Benjy, because you're going to be hearing a lot about this one. I'm pretty smart when it comes to this.
So much more coming from Benjy.
Yeah, and I definitely want to go to your next live show. You have to let us know if you're going to be at Stonewall.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will
I want
definitely.
to hold a letter. It's all about me.
No. Always the letters.
Yeah,
Give me a special letter.
Right. I want a special letter. I want to be on stage with a special letter.
We'll give you the exclamation point. How about that?
Yeah.
I love that, Tim. Thank you so much, really,
Oh,
for being
Benjy,
here.
this was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was my
So
honor.
great to see you again.
So great. Always good to see you. And I just want to say again, thank you for all you're doing for the community.
Tried.
You are,
Thanks.
you are speaking, like these walls can talk. They're shouting, they're screaming.
Yeah.
And you're highlighting the community. You're showing a different view. And I know it's not easy to do these kind of things. So thank you both.
We love it. We totally
Yes,
love
we
it.
do.
You know?
Yes, we
And thank
do.
you for being here today.
And
Thank you.
And we love Benjy Bradshaw. Yay.
We love Benjy Bradshaw. Thank you to everybody who tuned in today. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.